Dear President Obama, this YouTube message was created out of deep distress and inspired by an email conversation amongst advocates for equal human rights and justice for Palestinians. We were moved to contact you regarding Vice President Biden's remarks in Tel Aviv, March 11, 2010. Biden spoke of Golda Meirs' secret weapon being the Israelis' conviction of having nowhere else to go. We all thought of the over 700,000 indigenous people who became refugees beginning in 1947. We recalled the wiping off the map of over 500 Palestinian villages. We also thought about, to this very day, the fact that there are over 100 unrecognized villages populated with over 100,000 Palestinian Israelis who pay taxes but receive no representation or services. Biden has always been blatant about being a Zionist, but Christian Zionism is a contradiction in terms. Christian Zionism is adding fuel to the tensions between Muslims, Christians, and Jews, and their blind spot is the fact that the indigenous Palestinian people every day, in every aspect of their lives, are living under an oppressive military occupation aided and abetted by U.S. policy and tax dollars. Israel has no constitution, but does have a Declaration of Independence which promised that Israel would abide by conditions and UN resolutions. In Tel Aviv, Biden spoke about Gaza, but not the fact that during Operation Cast Lead, while 13 Israelis died, over 1,400 Palestinians were killed. Many were children and women. Over 5,000 Palestinians injured, 400,000 left without running water, 4,000 homes destroyed, tens of thousands are still homeless because of Israel's targeted attacks upon them, their schools, hospitals, streets, water wells, sewage systems, farms, police stations, and UN buildings. The 22 days of Israel's attack on the people of Gaza was enabled by U.S.-supplied weapons and policy. We, the people who pay taxes, provide over $3 billion annually to Israel, although Israel has consistently misused U.S. weapons in violation of America's Arms Export Control and Foreign Assistance Acts. During the 22 days of Israelis' assault on Gaza, Washington provided F-16 fighter planes, Apache helicopters, tactical missiles, and a wide array of munitions, including the illegal white phosphorus, which burns skin off children even if they are underwater. The weapons required for the Israeli assault was decided upon in June. The bombs were delivered in November, prior to any claims of Hamas ceasefire violations. During the 22 days of attack on Gaza, the UN Security Council, Amnesty International, the Red Cross, and global voices of protest rose up and demanded a ceasefire, but both houses of Congress overwhelmingly endorsed resolutions to support a continuation of Israel's so-called self-defense. Everywhere but in America, the Israeli occupation of Palestine is viewed as a U.S.-Israeli collaboration. Gilad Sheikh Mohammed's involvement on the terror upon America, by his own account, stemmed from his violent disagreement with U.S. foreign policy that favors Israel. Abdul Muttalib's Christmas Day attempt to blow up a plane was fueled by his sympathies towards the Palestinians and anger over Israel's action in Gaza. Biden spoke of his love for Israel, and the time is now for tough love, holding Israel accountable to the same standards as any other nation will do more to secure America than continuing to support Israelis' unjust policies and military occupation of the indigenous Palestinian people. Vice President Biden also noticed how the place it gets in your blood, it never really lets you go. Imagine how you would feel if you were Palestinian. I'm Eileen Fleming, founder and senior correspondent of wearewideawake.org and a 7-time sojourner to Israel, Palestine.